Hey guys, it's me, JTM14, and I'm holding a Q&A for my 100 subscriber special. So, if you have any questions for me, put them down in the comments below so that way I may answer them in that 100 subscriber special. Well, that's it for me. Let's get into today's video.
So remember what I said in my last video?
Though, it looks like Legacy has ignited a flame in the fandom, mainly with the Prime characters.
Yeah, the same goes for this guy, but less so. I think it's because people have been wanting a G1 version of Bulkhead, but instead of going for a retool grapple, they went more original with the design, while still keeping traits from Prime Bulkhead. But that's enough of me rambling. It's clobbering time with Transformers Legacy Bulkhead. As always, we'll start off with the looks, and boy is this guy bulky. Seriously though, this guy has some chonk to him. Don't look at him from the bottom because you'll see he's just mostly hollow on the inside. Plus, the whole chest is made out of clear plastic.
For the love of God! For the love of God! Please!
Yeah. Now, some people might say in the comments, oh, but Legacy's clear plastic is supposed to be stronger than before. And make of that what you will. However, I'm still skeptical of clear plastic. Now, people will say this looks nothing like Prime Bulkhead besides the head, but it's not supposed to be the perfect Prime Bulkhead. It's that Bulkhead if he was in G1. I'd say this looks way better compared to some of the other G1 Bulkhead designs I've seen. It doesn't look goofy, it looks like a fucking bodybuilder. Bulkhead is a fucking Chad. Going back to the head, the design is very similar to the original Prime design, but just like Legacy, he has a nose. It's very small though, like your dick. Seriously, it's smaller than Bulkhead's nose here. Speaking of small, if you look very closely at Bulkhead's chest, you'll see that the rear view mirrors are actually asymmetrical, which they didn't have to do that, but it's a nice detail nonetheless. Now, people were complaining that these tires at the back of Bulkhead's head is a faux part, but they're not. I'll talk about it when we get into his vehicle mode. But first, let's see what kind of heat this guy's packing. He comes with this tiny minigun, which can go in any 5mm port. It also has 5mm ports on the side, along with these pegs towards the back, which can go into these holes right here. Now, he got a shoulder cannon. To go with the gun, you have this shield that can be stored on the back, and you don't have to take it off during transformation. This is handled way better than Earthrise Cliffjumper's backpack, but that's a review for another day. Back on topic, this peg can flip out either side, and there's a hole in the shield where Bulkhead can look through to see who he's shooting at. When he runs out of ammo, he has this wrecking ball that can open and slide over either of the hands. And this thing has 3 usable weapon ports. So this guy comes with ranged, melee, and defensive weapons. The gun I feel like isn't necessary, but I don't mind it being here. The wrecking ball feels right at home though, and if you want to, you could just slap the shield on the back and forget about its existence. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about the posability? No, wait, now's the time I talk about it. God, what's wrong with me? Ever since my previous review, strange things have been happening and I don't know why. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Bulkhead has a ball joint at the head, which allows him to look not so far up. He can look down a decent amount, and his ability to look around is limited by his jaw. The shoulders are on universal joints, which allows them to move out and go around. The biceps can rotate, the elbows can go past 90, and the wrist can rotate 360. The waist has a swivel, and just like the arms, the legs are on universal joints, allowing them to go forward that far, back that far, and do the splits. Thighs are on a swivel, knees can bend slightly over 90, the foot has a little bit of an up and down motion in it, and finally, he has an ankle pivot. Bulkhead is a very poseable guy who's as fucking bulky. I'll stop. And we'll move on to the size comparisons. Here he is next to Siege Megatron. He's looking a bit different these days. Maybe I should take another look at him. Stay tuned. Earthrise Optimus Prime, my previous review, Legacy RC, and but if any Toy Story fans could check in with a like, I would appreciate that. Bulkhead fits right in with your G1 bots. If I had a proper Ironine, I bet he'd look good with them, but all I have are these. Overall, I like the robot mode, but what about the vehicle mode? Bulkhead's vehicle seems to remind people of Hound from the Michael Bay movies, and I could definitely see the resemblance. I love the shield being molded to look like a tarp instead of just a generic, I don't know, fucking roof. Don't take the tarp off though, because it looks ugly. Like your mom. Anyways, some people were saying that these wheels at the back of the cab are actually faux parts, but they're actually supposed to be spare tires, which is a nice detail, like the asymmetric rear view mirrors. Now, unfortunately, you can't store both weapons under the tarp unless you just pile them in there. You do have 3 pegs on the outside, one on each side of the tarp and the flip out peg on the top, and you have some holes on the outside to plug in any weapons. You even get some on the wheels for some reason. You do have some pegs and holes on the bed of the truck too. Compared to other figures, he fits quite well with other G1 styled bots. Here he is with Siege Megatron, Earthrise Optimus Prime, my previous review Legacy RC, and overall, I'd say this figure is more fun than Legacy RC. I know what I said, that Legacy RC belonged in the Autobot tier, but she is on the brink of falling into the mercenary tier. However, I feel like Bulkhead is firmly planted in the Autobot tier. If I'd recommend one out of the 2 Prime bots in Wave 1, I'd go with Bulkhead. Pick your favorite deco, and that's gonna be it for me, guys. This is JTM14, signing and rolling out.